Alright, sorry for the delay. Good morning, everyone. We have quite the match to start off today. I'm also still half asleep, so please excuse my shoddy commentary. We have Zokkai versus Lesbea, the remaining winners bracket match. So without further ado, let's get into the player intro. Alright, so essentially this is the battle between the two best hidden players in the tournament. Both of them tied for number 1 in seeding on hidden overall on qualifiers and have shown ridiculous hidden performances in round 1 as well. So Zokkai and Lesbea, I think, have decently similar skill sets, but their leans are slightly different. I would say Lesbea is definitely more, definitely stronger on the reading, while Zokkai is definitely stronger on the mechanics. But both of them are very well-rounded players, and will be looking to kind of contest basically every single pick. No pick is safe when it concerns both of these players, and I know that both of them have very clear game plans going in, and we'll see whether or not they can execute on those game plans. Alrighty. And yes, wish jump scare. Indeed. Alright, time to get rolling, as they say. I have rolled 20 points. Let's see if our players can beat that. Well, okay, Zokkai, obviously. 98 points. Watch Lesbea get like 100 points or something. Okay. You know what? Fair enough. This is just the Zokkai difference, I suppose. Luck issue, as they say. Alright, Lesbea will opt for the second ban, and Zokkai will go for the second pick. And we obviously Zokkai is not going to ban Hidden 2, right? There is not going to be a Hidden 2 ban in the books today. What's up, Meow? Glad to see you. Good to see that you could make it to this hidden player team kill. It is very unfortunate, but one of these hidden players must go to losers brackets at the end of this match, and I don't know who to cheer for, honestly. Alright, Nomad 2 is going out as the first ban. Seems like Zokkai is not comfortable on cut streams and flow aim, which is totally fair. And Hard Rock 1 is coming out as Lesbea's ban. Which does make sense. Zokkai, one of his clear advantages in this match is going to be his Hard Rock ability. Zokkai, I think, FC'd both of the Hard Rock team qualifiers, so Lesbea is not intent to challenge him on either of those picks. Or any of those picks, because there are 3 of them. Bochi's song banned is so sad. I think she should have banned Hard Rock 3 or Hard Rock 2, honestly. They aren't as bangers as the Kisoku band Hard Rock 1. Bochi the Hard Rock, as M put it yesterday. Okay. Right, I'll let them play out the warm-ups, and then I will mute and have breakfast, I suppose. So enjoy the warm-ups. Hopefully I'll have a little bit more energy going into the match after I consume edible substances. Is it Hard Rock 1 just can you rate AR10? Yeah, pretty much. But so is everything else, because everything is AR10 and OD10 in the Hard Rock pool this time. It's not like last tournament where I specifically looked for maps that were low OD so that players could like actually play it. This time it's 50k plus, y'all should be ready for the full Hard Rock experience. Anyway, thank you for the posture check and hydrate. Actually, I'm out of water, so I'm going to grab water as well. As I said, I will mute and let the warm-ups play out while I eat breakfast. Wish turning off his mic to eat a sheet of asbestos. I would never. Also, what the fuck is this for?
Give me your high, give me your skin, give me your flesh. Nevermore, nevermore. Give me your lung, give me your name, give me your faith. Nevermore, nevermore. Welcome to our wonderland, you're chosen to be the holy one. Follow the crow. Now listen carefully, he'll make you anything you wish to be. Count to three.
Council has decided. Hidden 2 will be picked every round. Alright, so Lesbea's going to open with the Hidden 2 as the first pick of the match. Low AR Hidden. Reading is definitely her specialty, so she is going to be favored on this, although Zokkai, we all know that he is able to contest this skill set. But Lesbea will go down immediately at the start of the map. But so will Zokkai, what is going on? The Hidden players trading out breaks at the very beginning of this map. Very unexpected from both players. What did I have to eat? How do I describe it? It's a barbecue pork bun. But so far, Zokkai leading in accuracy. Lesbea's intent to combo game this as she did with Dama. And wait for Zokkai to show the first break, but Zokkai's accuracy is ridiculous on this so far, and Lesbea's going to go down on the burst. Zokkai to the lead, commanding lead, 99.36% accuracy right now. Taking down the reading player on the reading pick. But goes down on the squiggly burst. Huge opportunity for Lesbea here. She's not out of, yeah, she's not out of it just yet, but we'll need to hold down the combo on the rest of the map. I don't think that's a mistake that Zokkai could afford to make. Lightning doesn't strike twice, especially when you're up against a reading player as skilled as Lesbea. And that score lead is slowly swinging back over. That accuracy is all that Zokkai has to keep him afloat right now. It might not be enough. My goodness, Lesbea's aim on this is very shaky, but holds down the combo, and that's what's important. Score lead still swinging back over, but it's very, very slow because of that 2% accuracy differential. But if she holds for the rest of the map, this will be hers. And unsurprisingly, these are the top 2 scores on this map for the weekend. Nebula did put up a 430k yesterday, I think. Yeah, but completely dwarfed in the face of the dedicated hidden players. That accuracy lead kept Zokkai in the lead for so long, but at the end of the day, it's Lesbea who takes it. Just barely, oh my goodness. 585 points. This is how close this match is. This is how evenly matched our players are going to be, even on each other's picks. My goodness, this is the show that we all wanted out of this Hidden 2 pick. Just these 2 hidden players going off, going right at it. They promised to not ban any hiddens against each other, and this is the show that we get out of it. We love to see it. But yeah, that last one would be That last one was always going to be accuracy versus combo. I feel Zokkai has the best accuracy, I feel like, in this tournament. In terms of just consistency. Maybe Star is giving him some competition on that front, but his accuracy has been very consistently excellent throughout all of his picks and qualifier performances, so... Lesbea, if she's intent to play the combo game, then she's going to have to combo game really hard this week. Kind of a reprise of the Dama match from last week, except Zokkai is just a lot more polished on a lot of different skill sets. DT2 is coming out. I think one of Zokkai's advantages over Lesbea is definitely going to be that speed consistency. Consistency at finger control and hitting bursts at high BPM, so definitely makes sense for him to lean into this. He did get number 1 on the DT2 in qualifiers and put up a very good showing on the DT2 last week as well. Kind of with sort of a fluke miss that wasn't even related to speed, but there is not going to be any like overlapping patterns on this map as there were last week, so we'll see if Zokkai is able to FC this and snatch and get on the board, snatch the first point. Alrighty. I'm sure Lesbea has practiced this though. If she's intent to ban at the high AR, then she... Oh my goodness, and she breaks immediately though. I think under taps the pattern. As I was saying, I'm sure she's practiced this if she didn't ban it. And she did actually manage to combo game quite a bit of the previous week's DT2 against Dama. So this is not a skill set that she can't play or anything. It's just that Zokkai is incredibly advantaged on this. But Lesbea goes down once again. This map is not very long, only 2 minutes, so every break is going to count, and Zokkai through the lead. Still on the FC, 91%, but still holding strong, but he slider breaks immediately as I say that. Oh my god, commentator's curse. Lesbea trades it out though. But at the end of the day, she comes out on top with the 1% accuracy lead, so the lead will swing slightly in her favor, I think, if she can hold this down. But again, these types of speed maps are where Zokkai is better at holding combo. Past the first halfway point of the map, and Zokkai is going to break, actually. So advantage Lesbea. Score is going to swing over in her favor now. Very clearly, going into the last quarter of the map. Still with over a 200 combo lead. Can she hold this down for the rest of the map? She's not out of the woods quite yet. Zokkai is trying to chase down that score. Even with the huge combo deficit, if she chain misses at the end, it might go over to him. But it doesn't look like Lesbea's intent to drop combo at all. Holding strong into the ending. Snuffing out any hopes for a comeback. And it's Zokkai who shows the last mistake. 95k win for Lesbea. That is going to be the first breakpoint of this match. Alright, no mod 4 coming out. No mod 4 is the tech map, crazy fast sliders. This is a very fast map, fast tech map at 213 BPM. Very contrasting with the previous week's tech map, which was low BPM. And apparently Lesbea has a very good sight read on this, so we're gonna see if she can replicate that performance here. But maybe the sight read buff was in full effect on the first run, and maybe something strange will happen. in the match. But as it stands, I think Zokkai is perfectly capable of playing this skill set as well. Did FC to No Mod 4 in both qualifiers and in the show match. And this is a very similar style of tech to the one that was played in the show match that Zokkai kind of effortlessly FC'd. So we'll see how our players do on this today. I'm definitely surprised that Lesbea picked this as one of her first picks. But, you know, whatever works. And she has been playing slightly better today, overall. So maybe she knows what she's doing and I should probably shut up. Both players holding down the FC into it's part of this. Sorry, I'm trying to finish eating and also commentate at the same time. So like, my train of thought is everywhere right now. Lesbea will show the first break though. Looks like I was right. The non-sight read buff is going to cause her to break right in the middle. Now Zokkai going to the next section with 99.77% accuracy. Will we see the first FC on No Mod 4 come out from Zokkai today? Known to be very proficient at these types of maps. And showing no signs of stopping right now is Zokkai on a 99.6% full combo. But this section is notorious for claiming combos randomly, especially under 30 nerves. We'll see if he can hold together. We'll see if he can hold it together. Lesbea will break once again, sealing this pick up for Zokkai. Zokkai taking a break point right back. All that remains is seeing whether Zokkai can FC this or not and break the curse on No Mod 4. And there he goes. FC on No Mod 4. Let's go. Nell's top score has been defeated. 959k on the board. Breakpoint going over decisively to Zokkai. It's like picking this No Mod 4 into an opponent who was really known for being a tech map, like, enthusiast. And FCing all the tech maps so far was a slight miscalculation on Lesbea's part. Alright. And Zokkai going for the aim. Probably trying to mechanic scat Lesbea, but of course, aim maps, anything can happen, so. We will see what Zokkai is cooking on this pick today. I think we saw a double FC coming out from Alien versus Star. We saw a very good score coming out of Nell on that match, so we'll see if our players can breach those scores. I think Nell got like 800k, and then the FCs were obviously like 1.15, 1.16, I think. These two are not really known for being aim players. Maybe agility is a little bit different. Once again, DT1s usually aren't going to have cross-screen jumps or anything. Zokkai is going to show the first mistake immediately as he blunders at the beginning, dropping all the way down to 85% accuracy. What is going on today? And Zokkai is continuing to just aim miss on random things. Let's be content to play the combo game, but currently her accuracy is up there as well. Just because of all the early mistakes made by Zokkai, dropping all those hundreds and misses, but Lesbea goes down right before the Ki. Immediately as I say that, commentator's curse once again. goes down once again. Maybe this was the angle Zokkai was playing. Early mistakes be damned. If your opponent is not consistent... Oh my god, what is going on? Okay, never mind. You know what? Neither player can aim today. No one is an aim player, alright? You know what? Fair enough. Aim players have left the chat. All the DT farmers in chat are like cringing right now at this performance. Just like how they cringed at your Hidden 2 performance, Kappa. I'm just kidding. But neither player dropping combo on that next section, going to the next Ki. But combo consistency is not something that is very easy to come by when your aim is as shaky as these twos are today. And Zokkai is going to find out immediately as he breaks. Was the No Mod 1 incident truly an incident, or was that just Zokkai? Find out today, I guess. Lesbea's going to trade out the break immediately, though. But her accuracy advantage is going to keep her afloat. 60 combo in lead is not enough to overcome an 80k difference, and the lead is actually... Oh my god, okay. The lead is actually going back in favor of Zokkai. But it's going to climb very, very slowly. Still anyone's game here as we approach the last quarter of the map. Lesbea dropped a ton of hundreds though, not going to help her case any. Well, Zokkai is actually holding strong on the accuracy now. Has maybe acclimated to the map. The lead is still shrinking, but is it going to shrink fast enough? It's 45k. The lead is actually going back and forth, actually, based on the act drops, and Zokkai is going to show the last mistake of the map, unfortunately. Could not chase down the score. Came very, very close, though. But 60 combo just wasn't fast enough, and at the end of the day, he showed the last break, which sealed his fates on this DT1. And yet another breakpoint going over to Lesbea in the early stages of the match. No Mod 5 coming out, the reading No Mod 5 of all time. Once again, both players are probably going to be able to contest this, but Lesbea, of course, the reading specialist, is going to have the advantage as the picker. But as we saw in the Hidden 2, all bets are off when it comes to this matchup specifically. Right, getting into the No Mod 5. Lesbea going to break immediately. Early breaks aren't going to matter too much. There are so many places to break in this map. And so far, oh my god, both players actually misreading that pattern. Looks like Hollow Wings is just a different brand of reading. Lesbea struggling down at 82% accuracy right now. Trying to get acclimated to the map, but Zokkai is going to break, giving her a window of opportunity to take the lead back. And once again, Zokkai trying to act gap. But that isn't going to be enough right now. He needs to be able to hold a combo on this map. There are so many different places to break that any big combo can swing things in either player's favor. But so far, keeping the lead in his court, despite the combo differential. But that is not going to last. But it might last, actually, if Lesbea continues to drop accuracy like this. My goodness. Okay, I expected the lead to go back over to Lesbea, like 30 seconds ago, but I guess, yeah, the act cap. Oh my goodness. Okay, Zokkai. You know what? You know what? Maybe accuracy does matter in this wonderful rhythm game that we play. And he also takes over the combo lead now, 450 combo and climbing while Lesbea's struggling. Broke at the halfway point of the map, so her score is going to be hard capped. It's going to need to see a mistake from Zokkai soon, but it doesn't look like he's going to show it. So maybe my assessment of these two players was a little bit off, at least today. Looks like Zokkai is perfectly comfortable on the reading, especially when it comes to the accuracy. And as our players approach the final part of the map, it doesn't seem like there's going to be 100k in Chasedown unless Zokkai breaks like right now. Which he doesn't seem to be intent on doing, as these sections are just completely immaterial to this man. Looks like reading player extraordinaire. Are we going to see another two of the best scores coming out of this match once again? Let me actually check the previous matches. What did Aoyan and Star get on this? Yeah, no bricks going to the ending. Zokkai might actually have the top score of this. Oh no, never mind. Aoyan FC'd. Never mind. But Zokkai going to put up 725k, trailing Aoyan by about 100k, but still incredible showing from Zokkai, and not a bad score at all from Lesbea, but unfortunately, when your opponent is just this good at reading today, it's hard to make any headway. Even if you are a reading specialist, your opponent plays the correct game. He takes another break point. Very evenly matched, these two on basically most skill sets. We are going to see if this carries on for the rest of the set. They're just going to keep picking for each other, taking breakpoints off each other, and perhaps we can see a tiebreaker off of breakpoints alone. Common Aoyan W. Actually, I would be hesitant to say that. When Aoyan is a D ranker extraordinaire, but you know. DT3 coming out. Alright. We'll see how well our players do on DT aim control. This is only 190 BPM, but all the patterns are spaced. This map is, as I said in the showcase, from the Stone Age. And so there's a countdown at the beginning, and very awkward patterns thrown out all around. And the real killer is the spaced square quads towards the end of the map. Around 400 combo, and I'm expecting a lot of players to drop on that. I don't think Aoyan or Star dropped on it, but everyone else who played it, like, just kind of perished at that part. Right. This map is very short, under 2 minutes long, with DT. So every break is going to matter, every act drop is going to matter heavily, unless it's like at the very, very beginning. So we'll see if our players are able to adapt to this quickly, or else they might be left in the dust. This is such a different style of map from anything else that was played previously. And Lesbea is going to be the first one to break. Again. Okay, never mind. I think that was a Bancho. That might have been a Bancho break. Or maybe it was like the second note. But yeah, it's not going to matter too much, especially since Zokkai follows up immediately with the break of his own. But Lesbea will go down on the easy section, giving Zokkai back the combo lead. Once again, this map is very short, so you can't afford to make mistakes like that. Going into another easy part, Zokkai is going to have the advantage with 70 combo over Lesbea. Neither player really having a good time on the ACK on this. Zokkai down at 91%, but that is going to be enough when your opponent has 87. And it looks like this might be a confirmed point, especially since Lesbea breaks on the Pentagon. Zokkai with the better aim control today, despite showing a lot of blunders on raw aim. Here comes the intense finger control section, or aim control section. Continued space patterns, Lesbea breaks once again. Here come the squares. Can our players hit this? Okay, I guess Zokkai is, I guess both players hit it. Zokkai is just going to SS those squares, I guess. One early break is all Zokkai is going to show on this map, I think. As they approach the ending, I think he has the highest AC on this map so far. Or at least one of them. And he's going to end this map with just over 800k. Alrighty, Zokkai dominating win 541k in his favor. And finally, a confirmed point after all the break points that were happening earlier in the match. Tying it up. Alright, where does Lesbea go from here? Does she go with the hidden one? We haven't seen a hidden one pick yet. Actually. But I think that is in Zokkai's favor. The hidden one. So I don't think we'll see Lesbea pick it. Lesbea goes for the alt. Okay, fair enough. Risky going for the alt net when your opponent just beat you on aim control, but you know, I don't know what she's cooking. Maybe she has this down on lock this week. Who knows? Into the game, a different map set. This is yeah, this is a different map set from the one that was in the previous tourney. So same song, but different parameters, as they say. Alright, again, I do question this pick, because Nomad 3 I feel like is the most similar in style to the DT3. Obviously, like, the speed requirements, is different, and the mapping style is of course different, but it's the same kind of principle where it's like space patterns and tester aim control. And it has a couple of squares of its own that you have to hit. Alright. Getting into this Nomad 3. See how our players adjust to this. Zokkai is going to be the first to break, though. Looks like he spent all of his aim control points on the DT3. We're going to show the first break here. Again, this map is actually pretty long, 3 minutes and 17. Or at least significantly longer than the DT2, but Zokkai is going to break once again on the easy sections. So Lesbea to the early combo and accuracy lead. Yeah, Zokkai's trailing by 200 combo, trying to make something happen here. But Lesbea almost misaims that slider, oh my goodness. Close calls everywhere, but into the first Ki, she's going to be the one carrying the advantage. See if she can hold on the cut patterns as well as the... Oh my goodness, but she goes down. And now it's Zokkai in the driver's seat, claiming the AC lead as well. Despite the early mistakes. But both players are going to trade it out, and that's advantage Lesbea. The accuracy lead is too small for anything to happen right now. And Lesbea claws back a 40 combo lead as well out of all that. The early combo is going to keep her afloat. But as she continues to drop accuracy, I feel like the lead is on a knife's edge, and she will go down on the aim control there. Advantage back to Zokkai, and the score is going to swing back over unless we see a traded out break coming out soon, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. There is another opportunity here, but Zokkai will trade it out, breaking at all the crucial sections. But Zokkai, at the end of the day, does have a 1% accuracy lead, clawing his way back from the early blunders, and all of the act drop on Lesbea's side will actually swing the lead back in favor of Zokkai despite the combo advantage. She cannot afford to drop any more accuracy right now. Both players will trade it out once again, but it's advantage Zokkai. 3% accuracy lead now and climbing. Combo gaming not working out for Lesbea on this map. Going to be incredibly close going into the ending. One break could decide things, and Zokkai's the one to show the break. Is there enough map to claw back 20k with this much of an act deficit? And it looks like there just might not be. Might come down to the spinner at the end, but Zokkai breaks once again at the end. But he's spinning so quickly, and the map is not going to go over. It's going to be a difference of 2,000 points. Spin to win. For the break point. This is truly tragic. Oh my goodness. Lesbea had all the means to take it over at the end, but just the accuracy and the spinner difference. Just enough. Alright. You know what? Fair enough, Zokkai. Yeah, I think that was a very crucial breakpoint to pick, or take, as the comfort picks for both players, yeah, let me... Hard Rock 2-3, Hidden 1-3, No Mod 1, yeah. Yeah, as our two players kind of run out of comfort picks to go into, we might be seeing Zokkai spec into the Hard Rocks. But picks No Mod 1 instead when you lost the aim pick? Interesting. But maybe going for a similar angle that Lesbea was going for in the previous pick. You might have done more on the DT3, but are you going to do on the No Mod 3? Same thing here. But this is much more of a raw aim test than the DT1, I would say. So maybe Zokkai is more prepared for this. Or wants to do like psychological warfare because he knows that Lesbea does not like this song. Why didn't you ban this out? SMH. And Zokkai, like, as I was saying, he still has both of the Hard Rocks to spec into. I don't know if he's comfortable on both of them this week, but he was, I think, the #1 player on Hard Rock coming out of qualifiers, so... That, again, that was a very crucial breakpoint to take. Because now all Zokkai needs to do is pick the 2 Hard Rocks and win. Assuming that he's comfortable on them this week, of course. I feel like Zokkai definitely has the means to close out this match. But instead is going to miss on the No Mod 1 immediately. Again, early misses, not going to matter too much. Getting the nerves out of the way. This map's difficulty does come in bursts. There are a lot of hard parts interspersed between easy parts. This is the first jump section. Lesbea will overtap the jumps a little bit, but holds combo. This is OD9, meaning it is pretty difficult to get good accuracy on this. And Zokkai is going to break on the easy section, very unexpected. Usually this map is all about how many hard sections can you hit consecutively, but Zokkai seems like is succumbing to nerves a little bit on his own pick here. Spacing on the jump increasing. Lesbea with a commanding 200 plus combo lead coming out of the first quarter of the map. Zokkai's got a mountain to climb here. Both players hitting the next jump section. Lesbea continues to hold that 200 combo lead going into the next easy section. The halfway point of the map is quickly approaching. You don't want to get hard capped here, but there's another jump section coming right up just to troll the players. And both players are going to hit it. Neither of them budging an inch. Lesbea trying to extend the lead as much as possible. Zokkai trying to chase it down. Again, anything can happen. It is a no mod 1 after all, and there are going to be plenty of jump sections to come, including this one. Alright, Lesbea will forfeit the act lead, but the combo is what matters right now. Still on the FC, while Zokkai on the huge recovery 500 combo. There's still enough time to claw it back if Lesbea misses right now, but she doesn't! Gladly trading combo for act here, or act for combo here. On this no mod 1. She knows she's in the lead, she knows what game she has to play. And it might be out of reach already. I don't think there's 142k to chase down with this combo lead that she has. Especially since she just intends to just FC this. Obviously not going to be Aoyun's act or Star's act on this, but still an incredible showing. I think the third FC on this map this weekend. If she can hold it together, there we go. She might not like the song, but all you need to do is FC the map, and that's exactly what she did. Breakpoint for breakpoint. As our players approach the end of the match here. I don't think that's a breakpoint that Zokkai could afford to give away. Now Lesbea has the pick back. And all she needs to do is win one more map to guarantee a tiebreaker. The double hard rock abuse is off the table. Zokkai's going to have to look to win the tiebreaker, I feel like. Unless he can take this breakpoint. But Hidden 3 is definitely a skill set that he can contest on. This is hidden finger control. No aim required, just control. And as we head into this map, which is, I feel like, another hotly contested map. We're going to look to see yet another close call. But, of course, Lesbea, no stranger to these types of maps herself, is never going to break on reading any of it, for sure. It's just all about that accuracy and whether she can keep the control going until the end of the map. Alright, chat, who are you cheering for? Who are you sending your energy to on this fine afternoon? Or are you just cheering for a tiebreaker? Neither player budging an inch on the control right now. Zokkai is still with the SS, actually. Came prepared today to play this map. Will drop the SS, but still has the combo. Lesbea's the first one to break. Slider breaking. And dropping a huge act deficit to Zokkai in the beginning. Perhaps this was another slight miscalculation. Zokkai showed quite the amount of proficiency on the aim control today. And while this might not be as aim control heavy, maybe Hidden 1 might have been a better pick with that in mind. Zokkai's got this? Alright, fair enough throw. Lesbea trying to make the chase down. Same position as last map. Zokkai the one with the 200 combo lead this time. Going into a relatively easier section of the map. There's going to be some free combo to build for our players, but this map is very long. Anything can happen. Especially with the aim control section kicking in right now. But both players are going to hit it perfectly. Lesbea continues to drop act, and that's not the game that she can afford to be playing right now, despite the closeness in combo. Zokkai almost doubling her score just off of accuracy alone. And of course, the maintained FC. I don't think Lesbea can afford to give up this breakpoint to Zokkai, or else Zokkai is just going to close it out with the hard rock. I think that's going to be his angle. He's going to have to wait for the first mistake from Zokkai, though. Still holding onto the combo. She can take over if there's a break here, but she's the one to break instead, and I think that might be it. I think 200k is uncomebackable at this point with how much accuracy Zokkai is holding over her. Zokkai did FC the hidden one last week, but this was a different style of hidden one. Meanwhile, the style of hidden 3 is quite similar. Not as heavy on slider aim, of course, but still similar control elements, and he did FC that last week. So perhaps, once again, hidden 1 might have been the slightly preferred pick here, rather than this hidden 3, which Zokkai is just going to take with a 99% FC right now. All that remains is whether he can close out the FC going into the ending. We saw Star almost FC this with a 900k earlier on Friday. Can Zokkai close out and finish what Star started? And I think he will break that score right now. And another FC on Hidden 3 coming out from Zokkai. Surely. Alright, no slow slider from either player, and Zokkai is going to close out a ridiculous FC on this map. 1.03 million points on the FC. Combo game and accuracy, indeed. The moral of the story here is don't challenge Zokkai on Hidden 3. Ever. And yeah, going for the precision, trying to close out this match immediately with one of the skill sets that he is favored in. Alright, let's see how our players do on precision today. Zokkai's aim is a little bit, is a little bit shaky today, so maybe precision is something that he didn't want to pick into immediately, but maybe it's stabilized now. And of course, Zokkai is definitely going to be favored on the hard rock in terms of accuracy and consistency. So once again, this is a very strong pick coming out from Zokkai, and I expected him to pick into more hard rocks. Lesbea going to show the first break, the slider break, but that's early breaks aren't going to matter too much at the current stage of things. Map is 2 minutes long though, so if she continues to break like this, then there might be some problems. But Zokkai not intent to budge an inch as Lesbea breaks once again. Seems like the hard rock gap is in full effect. But Zokkai will go down with the slider break. No trade from Lesbea quite yet, but her consistency just doesn't seem like it's there. So she's going to have to combo a lot to kind of prove that wrong, to prove the script wrong, but she doesn't. Breaking soon after, and now Zokkai back with the combo and accuracy leads. Yeah, and the ranks say it all. The A rank versus the C rank in terms of comfortability on this map. This was always going to be in Zokkai's court, and this is his map to lose. Looks like he's not intent on showing any tiebreakers this week, as Lesbea breaks once again, but traded out with Zokkai, but that doesn't matter. still almost 90k in lead, and breaks are always going to favor the player in the lead and with the higher accuracy as well. Lesbea with a very, very slight combo advantage, trying to chase down the score, but it's not going to happen. Zokkai would need to break like right now for it to happen. And the one who's been showing more consistent breaks on this map has been Lesbea. 120k in the lead. I don't think it's comebackable at this point, actually, even if Zokkai breaks. And he will show the mistake at the end, but it's too little too late. 86% accuracy is not enough to make the comeback. And at the end of the day, Zokkai is going to take it over Lesbea 6-4. And yeah, that breakpoint forfeit on the hidden 3 was not something that Lesbea could afford to do, but I feel like she didn't have too many picks left at that point. I still feel like hidden 1 would have been a lot more contested than hidden 3. You test your opponent on the awkward aim and things that they've shown that they are capable of breaking of, rather than the thing that they basically flawlessly FC'd last week. Right, and it looks like they want to showcase Tiebreaker. Fair enough. Yeah, congratulations to Zokkai for winning this match and advancing to Winners Finals versus a very, very scary opponent indeed. The highest ranked opponent in this tournament, Star, claiming a 6-5 victory over the projected tournament favorite and #1 seed Aoyan. Zokkai's got his work cut out for him. Meanwhile, Lesbea is going to face the winner of Throne vs. Nell next week. The Throne vs. Nell is actually happening later today. So is Dama vs. Falcon, which is going to happen in about 4 hours? Yeah, in about 4 hours. And I'll let them play out the tiebreaker. And looks like they're going to do their showcase on Eevee versus Hard Rock. The two incredibly opposite mods. Easy making the circles bigger and making the map harder to read, while Hard Rock making the circles fly in faster. This will be very interesting indeed. Hidden Hard Rock versus Easy Hidden. Alright, you know what? Fair enough. Lesbea just intent to play Easy Hidden, like forever. And I'll let the tiebreaker play out while I take care of some things on the side, because I do have some matters to attend to later this afternoon. I will hopefully be back by 4, though. So I'll see y'all in like a minute or 2. Enjoy the Hidden Hard Rock and Easy Hidden showcase here. Alright, I'm back. Seems like this showcase is going well. How much of the map did Zokkai combo with Hidden Hard Rock? Alright, both players are gonna die on that though. I don't know how people play easy hidden. Like, I know I've said this before, but like, seriously, look at this. I'm going to take care of the attorney stuff. Just posting the MP link in that chat. Go. Right, hope y'all enjoyed the Tiebreaker Showcase. Alright, where was the spin on No Mod 3, Lesbea? Where was this spin? That spin would have won you the round. SMH, alright, anyway. Hope y'all enjoyed the Hidden Hard Rock versus Easy Hidden Showcase. Alright, looks like our players are intent to escape back to Factorio. You know what? Fair enough. You've deserved it. This was a very closely contested match between two players with kind of overlapping skill sets, I would say. And gave us the show that we wanted. We didn't get Tiebreaker, of course, but like... We didn't get Tiebreaker, but we got the next best thing, which was a 6-4. And a lot of picks went down to the absolute wire. Absolute pleasure to see these two players going at it, and yeah, they will do well next week, hopefully. Once again, taking a look at the brackets really quickly before I end stream. We have the winner of Throne vs. Nell is going to face Lesbea next week. And then Star vs. Zokkai in winners finals. Dama vs. Falcon later today. And Throne vs. Nell also happening right after that. If I can get back home by 4, that is. And Nebula versus the winner of Dama vs. Falcon is going to happen at some unspecified time. I hope they schedule that sooner rather than later. I really don't want another, like, 12 AM match, so please do not do that. You can schedule on a weekday, I'm fine with that. During break week, I'm totally fine with scheduling on a weekday. And the winner of that is going to face Aoyan. So yeah. You literally just don't want to be anywhere in this bracket if you're not a top 4 seed. Because look at this crazy bracket right now. You are never safe. And this kind of goes to show the power creep of this tournament, inviting a lot of new blood into the mix, new players as well as veteran tournament players who are in this, who are hanging out in this community for the first time, putting on a show for everyone. But yeah, I'll see y'all later today. Thanks for watching, and yeah, have a good one. Till then.